Assalamu alaikum. My name is Neil Morris. I work for the forensic unit at the International Committee of the Red Cross in Yemen. As a forensic expert, I work in the field that some people may find unusual. Such work is essential, as families have the right to know what has happened to their missing loved ones. In situations of armed conflict, disasters, migration, and other situations of violence, people unfortunately may die. Authorities are obliged to ensure that the bodies of people who have died are treated with dignity and respect. They are also obliged to ensure this is done in line with international humanitarian law and the wishes of the affected families. At the ICRC, we offer technical forensic support and assistance for this humanitarian purpose. We do this in line with international humanitarian law and principles that guide humanitarian forensic action. Our work is carried out in a neutral, independent and impartial manner. The ICRC's forensic unit also supports in the dignified management of the dead and assists the authorities to prevent and resolve the issues of the missing. In Yemen, this includes in particular the need to develop preventative mechanisms to ensure that the remains of those killed in action do not become missing or unaccounted for. In practice, this means that the ICRC gives technical advice to the relevant authorities on how to manage the dead. It donates equipment and materials specifically for this purpose and helps build their capacity through trainings. Through these combined approaches, the ICRC supports and improves their efforts to search, recover, identify, and hand over the remains of the dead to either their families or to the party of origin. This is including across the front lines, so that the dead can eventually be laid to rest with dignity. Humanitarian transfers of the dead across the front lines are possible through a collaboration with the Yemen Red Crescent Society. In Yemen, the ICRC also supports the civilian authorities to decongest their mortuaries. This support includes capacity building, enhanced procedures, training, and donations of forensic-related material. The ICRC is also currently supporting the construction of 2 morgues in both the north and the south of Yemen to ensure that the forensic examinations can be done properly and in a dignified place. Through our ongoing dialogue with all parties to the conflict on how to properly recover and manage human remains, our hope is that more families in Yemen will one day have clarity on the fate and whereabouts of their missing loved ones. Finally, the ICRC also assists the concerned authorities to handle human remains of migrants, specifically with dignity. Yemen is both a transit country for migrants trying to reach other Gulf countries and a destination country for migrants from the Horn of Africa. The ICRC assists concerned authorities to be able to handle migrant human remains with dignity and to take possible measures to facilitate future identification, and on the other hand, supports concerned migrant communities financially to provide dignified burials. Thank you for your time. In our next and last video clip in this series on ICRC protection work, we will talk about the protections that are due under international humanitarian law to medical facilities, doctors, nurses, and their patients in times of armed conflict. Please join us again on this occasion. Ma salam